lying heavy. With each breath in, just feeling the temperature of the air, the thickness of the air. And on each breath out, feeling your body push into the earth beneath you. And a short check-in of your 5 senses. Without labels, just noticing sounds from far away, from close by, all the spaces in between. Notice any taste in your mouth, identifiable smell in your nose. Without needing to open your eyes, just bring your focus to your ability to see. Feel your body touch the floor, the air touch your skin, your clothing hugging your body. Now that you've checked in externally, check in internally. How's your heart rate? How's your anxiety? Does the breath feel effortless to get long, deep breaths in and out, or is it slightly congested, constricted? How's your stomach? Are you hungry? Full? Somewhere in between? Are you actively digesting right now? Bring your awareness all the way up into your mind, getting a little less literal about things. How are you as a being? How have things been going lately? Do you look forward to what's to come, or is it slightly anxiety provoking? Do you know exactly where you want to go, or is it all still just a little bit of an exploration at this point of this chapter? How have you been speaking to yourself lately? Any particular thought patterns that you've been going through that you can identify? No need to label things as good or bad, just awareness. If you were able to choose a thought pattern that you just kind of reset to over and over and over again throughout your day, what might it be? if your self-talk could be curated and intentional, what are some of the things you might say to yourself throughout the day? And what might your mantra be today when you're moving your body? Repeat it 3 times to yourself. After the 3rd time, you say it to yourself. Step your feet to the floor one at a time. Feel yourself powerful. If your feet already stepped there, lift them up one time. Re-step the feet. Feel yourself powerful, connecting to the earth. Inhale to lift your hips away from the floor. It doesn't have to be high. And exhale, bring your hips back down. Keep your hips down. Inhale, lift your feet off the floor. Exhale, bring your heels down and then your toes. Sounds easier than it did. Inhale, push into the feet with power, lift the hips. Exhale, slow and steady. Could you lower one vertebrae at a time, your tailbone being the very last part of the back to touch the floor? Then inhale, lift the feet. As you lift your feet, try to keep the spine to the ground. And then exhale, lower heels, then toes without arching your lower back. Do that whole thing 3 more times at your pace. An articulated bridge pose. Just as articulated on the exhale. Into the flat back as you lift and feeling your deep core engagement as you slowly and intentionally come down heels, toe. And in the most beautiful way ever, you are all moving at such different but slow, dramatic paces. So when your time comes and it still may be quite far away from you, that's okay. But when you've done all 5, tip your legs over to the side. You were only counting 3 because you had already done 2. Doesn't matter which legs you're tipped to, which side your legs tip to. Open your arms wide. Turn your head opposite of your legs and make it the twist that feels best for you. Stacked legs, crossed legs, staggered, maybe with an extra bind. Come back to center and over to the other side. Come back to center for happy baby. Knees and thighs wide over the ribs. Try and stack your heels right over your knees. If you want to reach for the outsides of your shins or your feet, go for it. Maybe yogi peace fingers. So your index and middle finger in between the big toe and the other toes. Your thumbs on the outside of the big toe, and then wrap the fingers around. Give them a little hug. Release your hands. Gently press your legs together and start to rock forward and back. Rock into a slightly wide-legged seated position and bow forward, whatever direction you're facing. Walk your hands over to the left. Plant your left hand, you decide inside or outside of the left leg, and bring the right arm up and over. Reaching over your head, but now push the left leg down. Breathe. Push both legs down. Push both heels down, both thighs down. Get a little bit of flow here. On your inhale, bring your lifted arm forward right in front of you, maybe a little towards the opposite leg, and then exhale, come right back into the side bend. Maybe look up. So inhale, your arm lightly sweeps forward, maybe to the opposite leg, and exhale, back over. Rotate the chest up. One more time. Full round of breath. Cartwheel the hands over to the other side. Switching the stretch to the opposite side body. Press the legs down. Both heels. The backs of both thighs, both hips heavy. Starting to move the shoulder as you inhale, bring the lifted arm forward, maybe over the opposite leg. Doesn't have to go that far. Exhale, reach it back, forward, up, and look up. Inhale, reach. And I keep saying opposite leg. That is the same leg as the arm. Exhale, bring it up and back. But your bodies knew what I meant. Breathe in. Last time to re-enter the side body stretch and stay. Push both legs down. And slowly come all the way up to seated. Bend your knees and step your feet flat to the floor in front of you. Arms up on an inhale. Hands to your heart, twist to the right as you exhale. Maybe left elbow goes outside of the right leg. Inhale, arms up. Same side, second time, twist to the right. Inhale, arms up. Just one time for now, twist to the left. Arms up, breathe in. We're coming back to twist to the right. And then hold there. Try to lift your spine a little higher. Lean into your heels. See if you could lift your toes up a little bit. We're making this a little bit of a boat pose variation. Start to lean back towards the back of your mat just a little. See if you can lift your legs here. They don't have to extend, but breathe in. Lift your right elbow a little higher as you breathe out and bring your heels towards your butt. Inhale, lift the legs, bring your arms out. Exhale, bring your heels down, hands back to your heart. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, as your legs start to lift, bring your hands right out in front of each of their shoulders. Exhale, heels to the butt, hands towards your heart. 1 more time, breathe in, slightly opening into the 2 stop signs. Exhale, hands to heart, heels down, arms up, breathe in. Twist to the left, breathe out. Come back to center on the inhale. Second time to the left, twist, hands to heart. Come back to center, arms up. Just one time for now. Twist over to the right. Inhale, lift up and come back to the twist on the left and hold. Lift your spine up. Try and bring your heart more and more to your thumbs. Back elbow stays lifted. Lift your toes if you haven't already. Start to slide your heels back. Slightly lean towards the back of your mat to see if you could lift your feet. Just the legs to start. Inhale, lift the legs up. They don't have to go straight by any means. Exhale, bring them back down. Inhale, bring the legs up, slightly open the hands out to the side. Exhale, hands to heart, heels come down, keep your left elbow up. Sounds easier than it is. 2 more times like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're using deep core compression in an exaggerated twist while activating the obliques, the shoulders, the thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Heels down, inhale, arms up, extend your legs, and bow forward. Hands wherever you'd like to bring them. And start to walk your hands all the way back towards your body. Bend your knees, heels back to the floor with your knees bent. So now we're going to roll just a little onto the left cheek so the knees are pointed to the left. Try to lift your feet up, hands at your heart. Place your left elbow outside of your right thigh. Release your hands. See if you could bring your right elbow down to the right hip. Start to extend your legs. Our boat variation. This is the exact same shape of our side crow. Come back to center, feet down, tuck into a ball. And lift your head, give it a try on the other side. Start to lean a little over onto your right cheek. Your knees lightly tip to the right. Lift your legs up from that position. Right elbow on to the outside of the right thigh. Left elbow towards the left hip. And flex your wrists. Start to extend your legs. Turn it into boat pose, legs straight out in front of you, arms up, breathe in, cross one ankle over the other, and make your way to tabletop. Shift and shimmy back onto your mat and give your wrists some extra love here this morning. If you want to rotate your hands in any way, flip them over, or do any other funky things, do whatever your wrists ask of you. Another couple breaths, anything you need to balance out. Make your way to downward dog. If your wrists aren't ready yet, keep doing what you're doing. Make sure they're ready for it. On an inhale, shift into plank. On your exhale, bring your knees down, lift your feet off the floor, and bend your elbows back to shift your shoulders forward over the fingertips. Inhale, come back, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Do that same thing again. Inhale, plank, shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Exhale, bring your knees down, start to shift forward so your elbows are over your wrists and your feet lift up. Inhale, come back to plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Go one more time. Inhale, flat back plank, shoulders over wrists, knees down. Start to lift your feet and bend your elbows. Try and stack your elbows over your wrists, your chest way forward. Inhale, press back up, straight arms, tuck the toes, lift the knees, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Big breath in for a sigh. Reach your right leg high into the sky, breathe in, and step your right foot to the front of your mat. Bring the back knee down. Now heel toe the front foot a little more forward, slightly a little wider. Next breath in, arms up. Reach the chest up. Could the front foot go even farther forward now? Now that leaning forward, imagine that I tied a rope right around the bottom of your rib cage and I pulled your whole rib cage forward, so you had to bend your front knee more. Yeah, so bend your front knee more. Lean more weight into the front foot, but don't lean your chest forward. Keep your chest lifting straight up. Option to bring your hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, turn it into high lunge. Could you keep that distance of the feet? Arms up when you're ready, or hands at your heart, maybe bound behind your back. No rush. Bring your hands down to the front of your mat. Step your back foot about halfway forward, straight in both of your legs. If your back foot wants to angle, go for it. Bring your hands up onto the right shin, maybe onto the thigh. Pyramid pose. Try and bow forward with a flat back. No accentuated round, no accentuated arch. And step right back into a downward dog. We're doing that same little flow as before. Inhale, plank. Knees down. Exhale, that chaturanga version, trying to get your elbows right over your wrists. Back into a strong plank. Breathe in, pause. Then to downward dog on the breath out. Do it a second time. Plank. Knees down. Try and bring the collarbones forward. Back to plank, breathe in, strong flat back. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg high, breathe in. Step your left foot forward, starting with a low lunge. Bring your back knee down. Once the right knee is down, readjust the left foot a little more forward, just slightly wider. And rise up with an inhale. Sweep your arms forward and up, rib cage to follow. Keep everything lifting straight up, but send more and more weight into the front foot. It's the idea like I'm pulling your weight forward, but you're trying to pull yourself straight up. So the weight has to keep pushing into the front foot so that you don't lean forward. Yeah, really getting into the hip flexor space. Option to bring your hands down to the ground, to your heart, behind your back. 2 more slow breaths in. Yeah, if your intuition brought you down, maybe it just feels good to be down. Next inhale, you choose how the back knee wants to lift off the ground. Once you've tucked the toes under, maybe you use your hands, maybe you don't, but when you feel ready, turn it into high lunge. Arms up overhead, shoulders heavy, wide. Your hamstring was just craving what was coming next, which is our pyramid pose. Start to bring your hands down in front of you. Step the back foot halfway forward. Back foot can angle in any direction. And as you lean over your front leg, maybe walk your hands up onto the shin or above your knee up onto your thigh. But rather than trying to round your chest, so like your nose coming towards your thigh, rather than trying to arch, trying to bring your ribs to your thigh, could you try to create a flat back? No arch, no round, just a hinge at the waist. Step back into downward dog. Just one time we'll flow tabletop or plank. Breathe in. That tabletop variation of chaturanga. On the breath out, how far forward can your collarbones go? Back into plank. Breathe in to downward dog. Breathe out. Take a look at your hands. Inhale, lift your heels, lift your hips. Hold there and exhale. Bend your knees. Try and bring your ribs to your thighs with the heels lifted. When you're empty of breath, hop or step forward. Halfway lift when you arrive on the inhale. Exhale, round and fold. Hold your elbows here. Just be heavy. Soft knees, nothing locked. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, drop your hands to gravity. Halfway lift, breath in. Round and fold, breathe out. Rise all the way into a chair pose. Bend your knees, lift your chest and arms up, and sit low, breathe out. Take a breath in as you are, and on your exhale, hands to your heart, twist to the right. Back to center. Inhale. We're going to do a ladder style sequencing here today. Exhale, come right back to that twisted chair pose to the right. That means we're going to add a little more every time. So lean into your right foot, step your left foot back, and lift your chest up in your twist so your arms fly the length of your mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart, back into that hinged twist to step the back foot forward, back to your twisted chair pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right back, twisted chair to the right. Lean into the right foot, step the left foot back on the inhale. Rise up into the twisted high lunge as you exhale. Turn into warrior two, breathe in. And then unwind from there. Stay on the breath out and start to twist back to the right. Lift your back heel. Inhale, come back into your high lunge, revolved. Exhale, hands to heart. Lean over the front thigh. Twisted chair pose. Step your back foot forward. Breathe in. Maybe just for fun, lift your heels and squat down low. Breathe out, back up to stand. Breathe in. We're still adding more, so back to twisted chair. Breathe out. Step the left foot back. Breathe in. Lift up into the twist. Breathe out. Warrior two. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. Exhale. Back to warrior two. Breathe in. Back to revolved high lunge. Breathe out. Hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward, twisted hinged lunge, and then step into your twisted chair. Lift your heels and sit down low, twisted toes pose. If you want to play with your side crow, think of how we had it in the beginning, where your right elbow was trying to get to the right hip and left elbow was hooked outside of the leg. Using your arms on your leg as a little shelf in the beginning, just to start to feel the rock and see if you could push back up without the elbows leaving the body. So leaning into your hands, leaning forward, and pushing back up. And the push-up seems way easier when the elbow leaves the body for a minute. Could you keep it in nice and tight? And if you want to start to play with maybe lifting the feet, go for that. Keep your head lifting up and working over your fingertips, not coming down to them. A flat back, not arched, not rounded. And step back to downward dog. Hands at the front of your mat. Step, you could hop back. Inhale, lift your heels, lift your hips, look between your hands, and as you exhale, bend your knees. Try and bring your ribs to your thighs. Keep looking forward. When you're empty, hop, step, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift on the arrival, and exhale, round and fold. Chair pose, breathe in. Sit down low on your breath out. Take a breath in. Bring your hands to the heart and twist to the left on the exhale. Back to center, breathe in, chair pose or stand. Exhale once again, twist to the left, twisted chair. Stay there. Start to step the right foot to the back of the room, breathe in. Lift your chest up, fly your arms the direction of your mat on the breath out. Hands back to your heart. Inhale, hinge back over the leg. Exhale, step forward into your twisted chair. Rise into a back bend. Breathe in. Rise to stand. Exhale, back, twisted chair. Inhale, step the right foot back. Exhale, rise and build the twist. Revolved high lunge. Open into warrior two. Breathe in. Hold there, stay, and then you unwind. Back to revolved high lunge. Breathe in. Hands to your heart. Hinge on the breath out. Step forward, twisted chair pose. Slow breath in. And exhale. Maybe lift the heels. Rise to stand. Breathe in. Unwrap, unwind. Little back bend. Exhale, right back into the twist. Twisted chair into your twisted lunge. Breathe in, right foot back. Breathe out, lift the chest, revolved Anjalayasana. So many names, all the same pose. Warrior two, breathe in. Reverse your warrior, reach up and back, breathe out. Back into warrior two, inhale. And then revolved, twisted lunge. Breathe out back into your twisted chair. Hinge at the waist on the inhale and step forward on the exhale. You guys want to play. Lift your toes. Don't do that. Put your toes down. Dig your toes down. Lift your heels and start to squat down low, low, low. Turns it into twisted toes pose. Your left elbow is trying to connect with your left hip. Right elbow is connected to the right thigh to give you more traction to build a deeper twist. So you can start by just trying to lean over, your hands coming onto the side of your mat, and see if you can push yourself back up without pulling your elbows off of your body. Sounds so much easier than it is. It's like a little trust fall to the palms. And feeling the control you have to push the ground away and engage to pull back. So in the beginning of learning this arm balance, you use your two elbows as two little shelves. The right elbow will forever be the shelf here, but in time, you just hover the left hip over the left elbow and step back into a downward dog. Hands down, feet back. Bring your right leg high to the sky on an inhale. Bend your right knee to open your hip. Circle the ankle in one direction. Circle it in the other direction. Reach your right leg straight up into the sky on an inhale and step your right foot outside of your right hand. Bring your left knee down. You are in lizard. If you want to bring your elbows to the ground or down onto the blocks that you have, you can do that. come back up onto your hands and heel toe your right foot over to your left hand. Start to bring your right knee down towards your right hand. Turn it into pigeon. So you're coming on the outer edge of the right shin, thigh, and hip. And if your body did not make that transition very simple, that's okay. Breathe into it. Start to press back up onto your hands. Lean right over onto your right butt cheek. You can keep your right leg where it is and start to look towards your back leg. Turn to the side of your mat, legs out wide, bow forward, wide-legged, seated, forward fold. And slowly lift your chest. Bring your right leg from the front of your mat to the left leg at the back of your mat. Hands at the front of your mat, downward dog. Left leg high to the sky, breathe in. Bend your knee, open your hip. Circle the ankle in one direction. Circle in the other direction. Long leg, lift it up, 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 breathe in. And step your left foot outside of your left hand. Bring your right knee down, your version of lizard. Come back up onto your hands to turn it into pigeon. Walk your left foot over to the right. Start to roll to the outside of the foot, bringing the knee down over by your left hand. Reposition and adjust however you need to. I'll grab the towels. Oh, hello, hello. Start to press yourself up onto your hands. Leaning over onto your left buttock so the left leg can start to go kind of towards the front of your mat as you turn to the side of your mat and bow in between the wide legs. Seated, wide-legged, forward fold. Maybe it feels smooth and coordinated. Maybe it doesn't feel anything like that, but make your way onto your back. And then bring your legs straight up into the air. Turn it into happy baby, shoulder stand, plow, or just lay there with your legs straight up for waterfall. Wherever you are, notice where your body makes contact with the earth. And now just imagine any old, unwanted thoughts, habits, energies just draining out of your body from those points of contact. Maybe you physically in your creative mind try to visualize like you're opening a drain or pulling out the little stopper, giving it full permission to just leave. And start to lower all the way down. Extend your legs just slightly wide, about as wide as your mat. And cross your right leg up over your left. So a straight right leg, ankle crossed on top of the left. And reach your right arm on the ground overhead. Just bend your elbow so your arm is almost wrapped around your head. You could stay like that. Maybe your other arm, your left arm, reaches down your side body or reaches up to hold the right wrist, giving it a little bind, a little love. Can you push the right side down? The shoulder, hip, and leg. And then start to explore the other side. Uncross the leg, bring it to the edge of your mat. Readjust the arms, lift the left leg, cross it over the right. Decide how the arms want to adjust on this side. Anything else that wants to adjust? And start to uncross the legs, readjust the spine, the arm, finding any last little adjustments or movements that call to you. And then when nothing is calling to you, announce your surrender to yourself, to the room, to the universe with two open mouth sighs, just pushing yourself down. reacquaint yourself with the sounds of the real world. No need to label or identify. Feel the floor beneath you, the clothing upon you, the air around you, the cold cloth. And start to wiggle your finger, wiggle your toes, and lightly shift your head side to side. Invite each other back into the day with the sound of your sigh. Breathe in, release. And step your feet flat. Roll over to your right side, pull the cold cloth around to the back of your neck. And slowly press yourself up to seated. However you end up, that's how you're meant to be. And sit up tall, hands somewhere near your heart space. Eyes closed if they opened. As we seal the shared practice this morning, one sigh, one om, one breath of silence. The first of those 3 breaths. Together now, breathe in. Joy for you equals joy for me, because there's happiness for us all when we watch each other succeed. So with a smile and a bow, repeat out loud, Sukha Mudita.